It's Walker Tire Wednesday, and on today's show, we're helping you get your vehicle ready for the snow, the salt, and the cold temperatures. Here to help us out is Brad Birkland with Walker Tire. How are you?
Doing great. Good to see you again.
Thank you so much. Okay, now I was just saying earlier, I got the light on already in my car that says maintenance, the little maintenance light, and the little light that comes on that says something's wrong with one of your tires. I've been driving around for a week like that saying, oh, I could do it, I could do it. And then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I got to be out of my mind.
There you go. You know, it's important. They put all these special sensors and all this. You know, and a lot of people just kind of hesitate. Well, how bad can it really be?
Guilty.
And so, yep, got to bring it in, get it checked out. I tell you, it's been tough this year because we haven't really had any cold weather. So a lot of people have kind of put off their fall maintenance. Now we're getting ready to travel for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it's time to get everything checked out. Make sure as the weather sets in, it's important to make sure the car's ready to go.
You're absolutely right, Brett. I mean, it's ridiculous. They give you all this information. Here's what you have to do. It's real easy, and you don't even have to do it. You just have to drive it somewhere to get it done.
Exactly right.
And still, people aren't getting it done, and I think it is because of the weather. We've got some helpful hints.
I think so.
Some tips of what should be done, and most importantly, Brad, gosh, what happens if you don't get it done?
You know, you risk a breakdown. You know, obviously you don't want any bad, automobile problems, etc., a breakdown on the side of the road, but especially when the weather's cold and you've got, bad conditions, you certainly don't want to be in a bad situation there. So what we tried to do is put a package together for people to help get ready for the winter, make sure that we check all the different areas. This just gives you a basic idea of the different things that you need to be done. An oil change is just general maintenance, but the thing with an oil change is that usually you do a complete safety check. So you're checking the fluids, you're checking the different vital parts of the car and making sure that everything's ready to go for the winter, for the cold weather. Antifreeze is a second item on the list there. Antifreeze has gotten a little complicated. There's more than one kind. There's actually 2 or 3 different types of antifreeze that are in the vehicles anymore, so it's not like you can just stop in, top it off, because you got to make sure you're putting the right things in. And if you let the antifreeze get to a poor condition, it starts to break down the other pieces of the car because it has non-corrosives in it that keep everything in good lubricated fashion. So it's important to keep that changed about every couple of years. The battery is kind of self-explanatory. You want to make sure that car is going to start. And when you're talking about the battery, we're talking about not only is it fully charged, is it holding a charge completely, is it going to give you a good starting in the cold weather, but also the simple parts, the corrosion on the cables. It's a lot of times the battery may be good, but you've got some corrosion buildup and you won't start because of a bad connection. So that's a great time in the fall to be able to check that, see that you've got a good connection, and be able to take care of that before it becomes a problem. You
can't just dump the Coca-Cola on top of it anymore?
Doesn't really work like that, not really. That's a good wives' tale, though.
Tires.
Yes, one of my favorite subjects. Tires is a key element. You want to make sure that you've got good tires for the winter. A lot of times, when you bring it into our stores, people think, well, my tires are bad, I need to replace them. We may be able to rotate them around, get the traction where you need it, and be able to get you by. A lot of times going into fall, you want to make sure that you've got enough tread to be able to get you through in the deep snow, the slush, all that type of thing. So there's several things to check: the compounding of the tires, the tire rotation, all the maintenance on the tires, and checking the air. If you run at improper pressure, etc., you don't get as good of footprint on the road, so you lose some of the traction. So those are all things that we can check for you. We put this maintenance package together, runs $89.95, and basically kind of goes through the whole vehicle, gives you a rundown on everything that's needed, and get you ready to go for winter.
Well, and Brad, for $89.95, I mean, I use my car every day, all day. I'm running like crazy. Plus, you put your kids in that car.
That's true.
I mean, what are you thinking? Get it maintained. I mean, honestly.
Let's be safe, right?
Let's be safe. Think about what you invest in clothes, what you invest in shoes, what you do with your house. This is something you use every single day. And
Absolutely.
And you have precious cargo.
And it's not hard. So you can stop in at any one of our locations. We've got our website, walkertire.com. You can find any of the locations there. We have several of them that are drive-up service, and we can get that taken care of so you are safe on the road this winter.
Brad, thank you so much for coming by.
You bet. Thank you.